In our world, married women wear wedding rings, change their last names, and post couple photos online. But step into an Amish community and all those signals disappear. So how do you know who's available and who's taken? The answer is more fascinating than you think. The invisible code. The Amish have created a sophisticated communication system that outsiders completely miss. Marriage status isn't obvious. It's coded into tiny details that require insider knowledge to understand. First secret: the pin revolution. Here's the first clue most people never notice: straight pins versus safety pins. Unmarried Amish women use straight pins to fasten their dresses. The moment they marry, everything changes. They switch to safety pins exclusively. This isn't random. Straight pins represent openness and possibility. Safety pins symbolize security and protection, the closed bond of marriage. Each community has specific pin requirements: brass versus steel, particular lengths, even thickness standards. The manufacturing matters too. Many communities produce their own pins or source them from suppliers who understand their exact needs. No decorative heads allowed. Specific measurements required. Second secret: the prayer cap signal. The cap reveals another layer of information, but you need to know what to look for. Construction details differ between married and unmarried women in subtle but consistent ways. Cap strings tell part of the story. Unmarried women tie them differently or leave them untied in specific situations. Married women develop distinct tying patterns that signal their status change. Regional variations complicate this system. Pennsylvania communities use different indicators than Midwest settlements. What means marriage in one area might indicate something else entirely in another district. The fabric itself can indicate status. Certain weaves for unmarried women, different materials for married ones. Third secret: the apron language. Colors speak volumes in Amish communities. Black aprons typically indicate married status, worn for church services and formal occasions. The black represents marriage's seriousness and permanence. Unmarried women wear colored aprons: blues, grays, purples, depending on their community's approved palette. These aren't fashion choices, but cultural communications. Construction differences matter too. Married women's aprons feature different stitching patterns, hem styles, or fastening methods. Some communities require specific lengths or widths that vary by marital status. Seasonal apron rotation provides additional clues about status and community position. Fourth secret: church positioning. Sunday services reveal marital status through seating arrangements. Married women sit in designated areas, often arranged by family units or length of marriage. Unmarried women occupy completely different sections. These aren't suggestions, but strict cultural protocols developed over generations. During community meals, married women take on roles that differ from unmarried women's responsibilities. Work assignments during community events follow marital status lines. Married women handle tasks requiring specific life experience, while unmarried women focus on different responsibilities. Fifth secret: the beard connection. Men's facial hair directly connects to identifying married women. Amish men grow beards after marriage, making it easier to spot their wives within community contexts. This creates family unit recognition. Married women with bearded husbands become identifiable through their family connections, rather than individual indicators alone. Children's clothing and behavior also reflect their mother's marital status, creating visible family units that help community members understand relationships and social positioning within the group. Sixth secret: behavioral patterns. Conversation topics reveal marital status in fascinating ways. Married women discuss household management, child rearing, family budgeting, and community concerns that affect their families directly. They share experiences about managing children during church services, coordinating family schedules for community events, and balancing household responsibilities with community obligations. Unmarried women focus on different subjects appropriate to their life stage: community service opportunities, learning traditional skills from older women, and topics related to their roles as daughters rather than wives and mothers. Social interactions with men follow completely different protocols based on marital status. Married women maintain boundaries that acknowledge their family situations, speaking with married men about community matters while avoiding personal conversations. Women observe different interaction rules, often requiring chaperones or family presence during conversations. Decision-making processes within communities reflect marital status significantly. Married women participate as family representatives rather than individuals, influencing how they engage in community discussions and choices. Seventh secret, seasonal adaptations. Winter clothing creates significant challenges for identifying a woman's marital status within the community. Thick coats, woolen cloaks, multiple skirts, and added layers for warmth can obscure the subtle visual cues that are otherwise easy to spot. To address this, traditional indicators are carefully modified in a way that still allows others to recognize status at a glance. Married women, for instance, might incorporate specific accessories such as particular brooches, patterned shawls, or visible stitching details that remain deliberately visible even when bundled beneath layers of winter garment. During holidays, clothing becomes even more symbolic, with intricate dress patterns tailored around marital status. Easter, for example, demands different dress codes for married and unmarried women, especially in terms of color schemes, head coverings, and accessory choices. These distinctions are not only decorative but carry deep meaning tied to family and faith. Similarly, Christmas gatherings involve heirloom garments clothing passed down through generations, often worn by married women to honor familial lineage and tradition. Community celebrations such as harvest festivals, barn raisings, and seasonal work events also follow clearly defined dress expectations. These are designed to communicate marital status while maintaining practicality. Special occasion aprons worn during weddings, funerals, or harvests have their own traditional rules. Each apron is handmade, with fabrics, stitches, and patterns reflecting a woman's status and family heritage. Eighth secret, property and housing. Living arrangements provide clear indicators of marital status. Married couples occupy homes that reflect their family status, often with specific architectural features or property arrangements that differ from single-person dwellings. These homes typically include family gardens, children's play areas, and workspace configurations designed for family life. Property ownership patterns follow traditional structures where married couples jointly manage farms, businesses, or household enterprises. The physical layout of their property often reflects family needs: larger gardens for feeding families, workshop spaces for husbands' trades, and domestic areas optimized for family management. Household responsibilities become highly visible during community events. Married women organize children's activities, manage complex family meal preparations, and coordinate household contributions to community activities like quilting bees or barn raisings. Business partnerships often involve married couples working together in ways that make their relationship status clear to community members who understand these economic patterns. Joint enterprises, shared responsibilities, and coordinated work schedules all signal marital partnership to observant community members. Ninth secret, extended family networks. Family connections provide absolutely crucial context for identifying married women. The Amish operate as tightly interconnected family units where individual status becomes clear through complex relationship webs that extend across multiple generations and family branches. During community gatherings, married women interact with in-laws and extended family in ways that reveal their position within broader family network. These interactions follow specific protocols that differ dramatically from unmarried women's family relationships. Married women might coordinate with sisters-in-law for community meal preparation or collaborate with their husband's female relatives on family projects. Economic activities and community contributions often reflect family status rather than individual preferences or capabilities. Married women participate in family business decisions, contribute to extended family financial obligations, and represent their family units in community economic discussions. The seating arrangements at family gatherings, participation in family decision-making processes, and involvement in extended family celebrations all provide clear indicators of marital status to those who understand family relationship dynamics within Amish communities. 10th secret, age and generation factor. Generational differences create subtle but significant variations in status indicators. Older married women display status differently than newly married women, reflecting their established position within the community hierarchy and their years of experience in marriage and family management. Recently, married women might maintain some indicators from their unmarried days while gradually adopting married women's practices. This transition period can last several months or even years as they fully integrate into their new role within the community structure. Regional migration between communities requires complex adjustments to local practices while maintaining core identity markers. Families moving between settlements must learn local variations in dress codes, behavioral expectations, and social protocols while preserving their essential status communication methods. Modern influences create ongoing pressure for adaptation while maintaining traditional values and essential cultural communication systems. Younger generations sometimes modify traditional practices slightly, while ensuring that core marital status communication remains clear and respected. Older married women often serve as mentors, teaching younger women about proper status indicators and helping them navigate the complex social systems that govern Amish community life. 11 Secret work and community roles. Job assignments during community events strictly follow marital status lines with remarkable precision and cultural significance. Married women handle food preparation requiring specific experience, managing large family meals, coordinating complex cooking schedules for hundreds of people, and organizing food distribution for community gatherings. These responsibilities require skills developed through years of marriage and family management experience. Unmarried women focus on tasks suited to their life stage: cleaning, simple food preparation, childcare assistance, and setup activities that don't require the complex coordination skills that married women have developed through family management experience. They often work under the guidance of married women, learning skills they'll need for their future roles. Community leadership roles often reflect marital status significantly, with married women representing family interests in ways that differ dramatically from unmarried women's individual participation. Married women might speak for their families during community meetings, coordinate family contributions to community projects, or represent their household's interests in community decisions affecting multiple families. Seasonal work distribution accounts for marital status, family responsibilities, and community expectations that have developed over generations. During harvest time, married women balance family needs with community obligations, while unmarried women can dedicate more focused attention to community work without family management responsibilities. Church committees and community organizations often assign roles based on marital status and the life experience that marriage provides. 12th Secret: economic indicators. Financial responsibilities and community contributions reveal marital status through highly complex economic patterns that have evolved over centuries. Married women participate in economic activities as family representatives rather than individuals, making decisions that affect entire family units rather than just themselves. Market interactions follow specific protocols based on marital status that are fascinating to observe. When married women attend community sales, farmers markets, or business exchanges, they negotiate as family representatives, often discussing purchases that affect household management, family needs, and long-term family planning. Their purchasing decisions reflect family priorities and require coordination with their husbands. Business partnerships and entrepreneurial activities often involve married couples working together in ways that make their relationship status immediately clear to community members who understand these economic structures. Joint businesses, shared financial responsibilities, and coordinated work schedules all signal marital partnership to observant community members. Community financial obligations follow family-based patterns that differ significantly from individual contributions. Married women contribute to community funds, church expenses, and mutual aid systems as part of family units rather than as individuals. Their financial decisions reflect family priorities and require coordination with their husbands. Property ownership arrangements, inheritance patterns, and wealth management strategies also indicate marital status within the broader community economic structure. Married women manage family assets differently than single women manage individual resources, creating visible patterns in economic behavior. None of these indicators work alone in this incredibly sophisticated system. Successful identification requires reading multiple signs simultaneously while understanding community-specific variations that can dramatically affect the meaning of individual indicators. Context matters enormously in this complex communication system that has been refined over generations. The same indicator might mean different things in different situations or communities. Weather conditions, seasons, special occasions, and individual circumstances all affect how these signs appear and should be interpreted by community members. Regional differences add another significant layer of complexity to this identification system. What indicates marriage in Pennsylvania, Dutch communities might have completely different meanings in Midwest settlements. New communities sometimes develop their own variations while maintaining core traditional values that preserve essential communication. Cultural sensitivity is absolutely essential when observing these practices. These aren't games or puzzles, but meaningful communication systems that serve important community functions. Understanding should increase respect rather than satisfy curiosity about private family matters that are sacred to community members.